You're watching Marketing Matters with Colin Carrasquillo, exclusively on CBT News.
Hey there, Colin Carrasquillo here, host of Marketing Matters with CBT News, and of course, Digital Marketing Director at the Nielsen Automotive Group, giving you a true boots-on-the-ground perspective of what's happening in marketing today in the automotive realm. Now, today's episode, we want to discuss two departments that might not get along at your dealership. The goal, bring them together. I'm talking about your marketing department and your sales department. Now, often the reason why these departments don't get together is because they're both in the dark about what's going on in their respective departments. If you as a marketer went to your sales department and said, do you know what I do at the dealership, or do you know what we're currently doing in terms of marketing? You're going to get this. Crickets. That's right. Now, if your sales department and your marketing department is so intertwined, you're one of the lucky ones. I'll give you the applause for that. Keep doing what you're doing. But ultimately, I do see that there is a massive, massive disconnect. A rift as big as the Grand Canyon. Thank you. That ultimately we need to fill that void. Think about it. The up bus is a thing of the past, and now for some dealers, that's definitely a sad trombone moment. But ultimately, we need to innovate. We need to keep moving forward. We need to adapt to our customer base, and our customer base is doing a lot of their research, deals, etc. online, right? So if they're online, what we need to do is ensure that our sales department is aware of the marketing efforts that we have, the type of consumers that we're going after, the type of campaigns that we're currently running at a given point in time, how they should anticipate or expect consumers reaching out as a result of those campaigns, how to handle those types of consumers. I'll get into an example a little later on, but ultimately even be aware of the tools that are on your dealership website to ensure that they have the best understanding possible of what a consumer is doing on that digital property. Now, if your sales staff understands all of those things, you're going to promote a level of synergy like you've never seen before. I guarantee you, productivity will increase. People will become more pleasant, marketing and sales will get along, and ultimately you're going to increase opportunities for business in your sales and service departments. So, an example. If at the Nielsen Automotive Group for one of our dealerships, I said, okay, we are going to run a credit challenged campaign. We're going to go after consumers with poor or bad credit. Ultimately, I am going to allude or let my sales department know that here are the outlets that we are running this campaign on. Let's say I'm going to do search engine marketing. I'm going to do social media marketing on the Meta properties, so Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to run retargeting once an individual gets to our website from search or social campaigns. We're going to do an email blast to a conquest list of individuals who have a reported level of credit. Ultimately, by letting the sales staff know these are the outlets that we're leveraging, you're building confidence that, hey, marketing really is doing its job trying to generate opportunities for the sales department to ultimately convert. The points of contention, because of the lack of communication or knowledge of what's happening in marketing, sales will usually say, my marketing department's not doing enough for me, or they just have no idea. So ultimately, if you let them know the campaigns, you let them know when those campaigns will run, right? The cadence of the campaigns. And then ultimately, as I mentioned before, how people will reach out from those campaigns. If it's an email, expect emails back. Expect phone calls from that. Expect website traffic to increase. Expect conversions in our virtual retailing tools to increase. The sales team will better understand and know how to handle that customer. So here's how to ensure that your marketing and sales departments are on the same page, that they're teammates together working for the collective good of the dealership to increase opportunities for sales and service. Work with your upper management to create a meeting time or conversation. This can be done via a virtual go-to meeting or webinar, but you have to set a specific date and time and then a cadence from there. Do not veer off the path. Create that cadence. Get management to buy in. In these meetings, you will discuss with your sales department as well as management the goals for the month, the marketing goals, the campaigns that you're going to run, the targeting of those campaigns, the different mediums and media that you're going to use to help you hit the goals for the month. And then ultimately, the ways that consumers will communicate back with you. Now, this also provides a really, really excellent opportunity for the sales department to communicate one-on-one with marketing and say, hey, we would like to do X, Y, and Z. Now you can begin having a dialogue, and that communication and conversation is going to be key to success in getting both departments to really work together and move in the same direction. So once you have that meeting set up, after everything is addressed, create an agenda. The agenda will help you identify and address the main points that you want to go over in the meeting. You know sales. They're really busy, or so they say, until they're not. And when they're not, then marketing definitely hears about it. Where are all my opportunities? So out of respect for time for everyone at the dealership, and yes, consumers do come in and out all day, make this a succinct meeting. You have an agenda. Give the agenda out a week prior to the meeting. Print it out physically or send it out via an email. Ensure that all the people, the key stakeholders in sales department that are supposed to be in this meeting have access to this agenda. The agenda will be the guideline for the conversation, and from there, a great starting point for you to strengthen your dialogue between the two departments. So the agenda's out. You have your meeting. How do we ensure that the buy-in continues from both departments? It's simple. Keep having the dialogue. Keep having the conversations. Listen to the concerns, wants, and needs of the sales department. And as a marketer from the marketing department, start thinking, put on your marketing cap, how can we collectively work together to ensure that both departments are going to be moving in the same direction, that we're building a strong connection, a high level of synergy like never seen before at the dealership level. When you unlock that and you can create the synergy between the two departments, you will increase your overall opportunities for business in both sales and service. I hope that helps. Thank you for joining me on Marketing Matters here. I'm Colin Carrasquillo, your host. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Marketing Matters with Colin Carrasquillo, exclusively on CBT News.